Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves Soccer. Our OU Braves soccer coverage on KOFO and KOFO.com is being brought to you by Kansas State Bank, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Kramer Pharmacy, Quality Structures, and by Arvest Bank, the Ottawa Herald, Advent Health Ottawa, and Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home. OU Brave Soccer on KOFO is also brought to you by Ottawa University, CarStar, Sutton's Jewelry, and Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Now let's go to the field and join KOFO's Luke Queen for OU Brave Soccer.
As we're getting set to the soccer match between Ottawa University and Oklahoma Wesleyan University. We're going to see the women's game first at 2:30, and then we'll see the men later at 5. But for now, the women getting ready to take the field. We'll look at the starting lineups real quick. First look for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Number 1, Naria Mora. Number 2, Hannah Perrainer. Number 6, Aurora Gabi. Number 7, Tania Mokali. Number 9, Renaisha Mitchell. Number 10, Moholan Nekesa. Number 11, Laura Maria. Number 12, Stacy Spears. Number 27, Michaela Sanjihas. And number 31, Daniela Ortiz. Now for Ottawa University, in the goal, we got Anna Trapinski. Number 4, Jacina Velez. Number 9, Stormy Garcia. Number 10, Kamin Brain. Number 11, Danae Evans. Number 12, Joey Robson. Number 18, Aaliyah Morris. Number 19, Yvette Acevedo. Number 20, Kayla Gossdaughter. Number 21, Carolina Jennerwine. And then number 34, Raina Warner. Weather's looking good for the soccer match today. Currently, Ottawa University wearing their golden kits with the gray stripes, and then Oklahoma Wesleyan wearing the complete gray kits, along with just a few with the white lettering and numbers. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have Ottawa University Soccer from Advent Health Field. You're listening to Ottawa University Soccer on KOFO.com.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Our desire is to provide the very best in funeral service. Our commitment has helped us reach that goal. We will always strive to reach higher. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary, setting the standard for funeral service.
Ottawa University has positioned itself as a distinctive and rapidly expanding institution, known for its innovative educational models, exceptional value, and special ability to prepare diverse student populations for lifetimes of enlightened faith, exemplary service, inspired leadership, and personal significance. With numerous undergraduate and graduate degrees in business, education, arts and sciences, athletics, and more, you'll gain the specific expertise you need for a lifetime of significance and prosperity. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu/OUKS.
Medicare Part D coverage can be confusing. We can help. This is Laura from Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Stop in and let us help you find the best option for your needs when it comes to Medicare Part D. Kramer Pharmacy, 134 South Main, open Monday through Saturday and online anytime at kramerrx.com.
At a time of loss, you're already dealing with grief. The cost of a funeral service shouldn't add to it. This is Eric Price, Funeral Director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, providing affordable services for everyone. Find out more by visiting lamb-roberts.com.
132 conference championships, 146 NAIA scholar teams, 43 NAIA national tournament appearances, and 237 All-Americans. Ottawa University has a long and rich tradition of Braves athletes that continue to compete at the highest level of competition, utilizing state-of-the-art facilities, accomplished coaches, and a spirit that only comes from wearing the black and gold. Push yourself to limits you never imagined as a student athlete at Ottawa University. Visit ottawa.edu/OUKS.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Today's job market is full of demand for skilled trade workers. Electricians, welders, mechanics, these and other trades are the backbone of every community. They're also a huge part in making sure the Army National Guard is always fulfilling its mission of service to our country and communities. Soldiers train to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. The skilled trades these soldiers perform are the same ones needed in today's civilian workforce. Army National Guard soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. With options from plumber to helicopter mechanic and everything in between, soldiers are able to select the trades that best fit their lives. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession and serve your community and country by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back here to Advent Health Field at Ottawa University. Just moments away from kickoff as both teams in the huddle at the moment. Ottawa University coming into this game 5-8-2, and in conference play they're 4-5-1 versus Oklahoma Wesleyan, who is 15-2 overall and 11-0 in conference play. So sitting at the top of the conference, Oklahoma Wesleyan, definitely going to be a big, tough matchup for Ottawa University. They've scored a lot of goals. They've been able to defeat a lot of good teams. So it's definitely going to be a tough one for Ottawa University today, but if they want to have a chance of winning this game, they've got to come out and bring their A game, not just on the offensive side of the ball or the defense, but both sides of the ball. Ottawa University cannot afford to make any big mistakes as Oklahoma Wesleyan has made teams pay very quick. Now, Ottawa University definitely with a lot of talent, as Denia Evans, definitely someone who has shown a lot of talent throughout the games that she has played, quite a few assists. Definitely one of the players on Ottawa University who is always finding passes, always getting open, and oftentimes many teams have to man-mark her as how dangerous she is. And we've also seen Justina Velez, with as much speed as she has at the striker position, can definitely get inside. So Ottawa University definitely needing to utilize both of them, and also needing a lot of help from defense this game as Anna Trapinski suits up for goalkeeper, and she's done a great job in the past, but Oklahoma Wesleyan definitely a different team that Ottawa University has not met yet. Definitely the toughest competition that they played yet. Weather looking great outside right now, about 56 degrees and absolutely no wind. You look at the field goal post right on top of where those flags are for the football field goal posts. They're just completely laying down because there is no wind whatsoever. Oklahoma Wesleyan now coming out to take the field. It's going to be Ottawa University to kick off in just moments. Coach Maya, the coach for Ottawa University, is his first year coaching the women as he got brought on partway through the season. Done a good job thus far. Justina Velez kicks it off. Now they'll find it back to the outside as Ottawa University maintains possession. And they'll quickly lose it in the midfield, but gain it right back as now they'll find it back into the defense towards Gardenstatter. And Gardenstatter kicks it upfield. And Ottawa University dancing around the ball into the midfield, and they're going to pass it over to Denia Evans. And Evans, holding on the ball there, tries to find a through ball. Looking for Acevedo, but the ball is just going to have just a bit too much weight on it as it'll roll out for a goal kick. Now Oklahoma Wesleyan have possession of the ball for the first time today. Take it out from the back. Now passing it back to the center back. And then towards the outside back. So Oklahoma Wesleyan, a very patient team with the ball. They're not afraid to pass it back, which is definitely something a lot of coaches love to see. When you continue to just ping the ball around, it tires the other team. So Oklahoma Wesleyan not really trying to force anything thus far. Now down the sideline, across midfield. And it's going to be Masori who drops it back to Hannah Pereiner. And Pereiner drops it back into the defense, and then now Pereiner back with the ball on the outside, trying to look a little bit forward. She'll find Nakesa, and Nakesa trying to make a move on the outside, looking for a cross. Instead, she'll play it short. Now Oklahoma Wesleyan getting a little bit of handsy in the box. Ottawa University playing very physical, and now a shot that just goes just wide. And my goodness, what a beautiful left foot, just barely curls about a foot wide. And Anna Trapinski, though, looked like she had her post. So even if it was on goal, Anna Trapinski definitely looked like she was going to be able to make the save. Trapinski passes it out on the goal kick. The ball falls to Brain. Now Ottawa University loses possession, and it's going to be a cross and then a shot from Nekesa, and it's going to roll just past the post for another goal kick. So a lot of shots here early from Oklahoma Wesleyan. Hopefully this is not the story of this game. It's definitely going to be hard to defend Oklahoma Wesleyan, but Ottawa University has a lot of skill. And we know that they can do it. Trapinski kicks out long as it will bounce off of an Oklahoma Wesleyan player. But they'll pick up possession from the defense, and now playing it up to the midfield. Now finding it out to the outside to Parainer. Parainer loses possession there, and Denia Evans kicks it upfield. But she was looking for Garcia, but Garcia not able to get there. Now Parainer on the outside looking for her striker, and Trapinski does well to come out and save that one. Probably won't count as a shot, as it was definitely looked like it was supposed to be a pass, but a good swallow up by Anna Trapinski. Raina Warner with the ball outside, trying to find a through pass on the field, but is not able to do so as it's intercepted by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Now Parainer on the outside passes it back over to Gandhi now. Sends it up the sideline to Maria. Maria now trying to make a move on Denia Evans, and successfully does, but then loses the ball as it will get booted out by Ottawa University. It'll be an Oklahoma Wesleyan throw-in. Parainer to take the throw-in for Oklahoma Wesleyan. She'll send it upfield to Macer. Now ball goes back to Zendeas. Now University getting the ball back. It's going to be Justina Valette trying to find it forward. She'll complete a pass to Jennerwine, and Jennerwine dancing around with the ball, going to find Denia Evans. So good vision there from Jennerwine, and then now the ball falling back to Gardensider. She looks for Acevedo, but right there, just too much defense right on Acevedo's back, and the ball will fall out, but it will be an Ottawa University throw-in. And Joey Robinson for Ottawa University takes the throw-in. She'll throw it over now to Denia with the ball, and Oklahoma Wesleyan sort of trips her up, but they'll keep possession, and now it's going to be Robinson back with the ball, and she'll knock it off of an Oklahoma Wesleyan player for Ottawa throw, and they'll quickly take it, and now it's Acevedo now going down the sideline. She beats a defender, now looking for a cross, and it's going to be headed out. Oklahoma Wesleyan does well there, but Ottawa University finding a little bit of a chance there. So it will be a corner kick for Ottawa University as the ball went over the end line. So a good header from Oklahoma Wesleyan to keep this as a 0-0 ball game. A low-driven corner. It's going to be struck by Stormy Garcia, and then off of Oklahoma Wesleyan defender now out for another corner kick. Acevedo to take the corner. Sends this one a little bit higher up, and now Ottawa University nearly gets a head on, and so it's going to be headed out by Oklahoma Wesleyan, and now trying to go the other way. They're going to send it all the way up to try to find their striker, but a good defensive play from Ottawa University to keep them at bay. Now Oklahoma Wesleyan gives it up in the midfield. Denia Evans now with the ball, trying to find Acevedo, and she does on the outside. Now Acevedo cuts it in with the right foot, and now finds a pass inside towards Jennerwine, and Jennerwine trying to make a move as Oklahoma Wesleyan was able to shield the ball out. Now it's a goal kick. Wesleyan takes it quick. Passing it out to the far side, and now Wesleyan drops it back to the defense, and then up to Perrainer. Now Perrainer dribbling it down the sideline. Acevedo trying to come back to a container, and Perrainer plays it up, but it will be kicked out of bounds by Ottawa University. Now Perrainer trying to make a throw in here. She'll throw it over to Niketa. Niketa drops it in, and it's going to be shot by Maria up into the upper 90, and now Oklahoma Wesleyan, just like that, leads 1-0. In just 7 minutes into this game, Oklahoma Wesleyan finds the back of the net, and that is just how explosive they are. And it's a good connection there from Maria, and then who is Maria with the goal, and then Niketa with a beautiful passes. She just saw Maria out of the corner of her eye and then dropped it back, and just a one-time shot from Maria to finish it in the upper 90. Ottawa University takes the kickoff and now back in their defense. Trying to find the midfield, but it's going to be turned over. And then Niketa is going to pick it up and then play a long ball outside to Maria. And Maria, she's all alone, and she's going to take a shot, and it's going to be blocked by Trapinski. A good save. Maria didn't have a great angle, but she was all by herself. And just like that, Oklahoma Wesleyan, using their momentum, Ottawa University needs to respond. Good physical battle in the middle, and it's going to be headed out for an Ottawa University throw-in. Joey Robinson to take the throw-in for Ottawa University, trying to find Stormy Garcia. Instead, an Oklahoma Wesleyan player will knock it out of bounds for another throw-in. Joey Robinson to take the throw-in once again. Referee telling her to move back, though, as she tried to go a little bit farther than where it actually was. She'll throw it into Stormy Garcia, but Ottawa University loses the ball. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan controlling it in the back, not looking like they're really trying to go upfield too quick. The ball will be passed over to Gotti. Gotti now over to Perrainer, and Perrainer now dribbling up the field, finding some space, and then dropping it into Maria. Maria finding it back into the center area. And then Perrainer's going to pick out the ball on the outside. Is a good ball from Oklahoma Wesleyan, but Perrainer just couldn't quite get there, as it will roll just barely beyond the end line for an Ottawa University goal kick. Trapinski kind of getting busy. She's hit several goal kicks up front, having some saves, and then also Oklahoma Wesleyan obviously scored the goal in the 7th minute. Now it's going to be Brain for Ottawa University trying to clear it out. She's trying to find Acevedo. Acevedo picks it up in the midfield, but she can't find a pass as she's sandwiched between two Oklahoma Wesleyan defenders. Now Maria drops it off to the outside. It's going to be shot, but blocked, and Ottawa University still struggling to try to squinch that momentum from Oklahoma Wesleyan. They end up calling a handball on Oklahoma Wesleyan. Trapinski will kick it out from her own defensive half, and the ball will just go over everybody and then roll out for an Oklahoma Wesleyan throw-in from their own side of the field. We'll throw it into Moser. Now back over to Moore, the goalkeeper, and Moore plays it up. Gotti now trying to find Perrainer, and does, and then she's sent into the outside and then finds Denai Evans, intercepts the ball, and then plays it up now. Jennerwine, and Jennerwine now dropping it to Brain. Brain struggling to maintain possession here. She does, though. Good persistence by Brain, and now she'll drop it out to the outside to Warner. Warner now dropping it back to the defense. Leah Morris out there, and she tries to find an ambitious pass and is able to complete it to Robinson, and Robinson loses possession there. Oklahoma Wesleyan's defense. Now Oklahoma Wesleyan on the quick counter. Maria trying to play it upfield. Maria's got it on the outside. Makes a cut inside. She's going to take a shot, and it's going to be a great save by Trapinski. as that ball was going to go into the side netting, but Trapinski read that perfectly. And Trapinski really showing up strong so far. A great save. That definitely could have been 2-0 right there, but Trapinski does well to get her hands on that ball and push it past the post. Now it's going to be a goal kick for Trapinski as he was knocked out by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Trapinski knocks it up, trying to find Acevedo as she kind of gets a push in the back, and they will call it. It's going to be a foul on Oklahoma Wesleyan as it was Perrainer who pushed on the back of Acevedo. It's going to be a free kick in the defensive half of Ottawa University. Aaliyah Morris to take the kick. Morris just plays it short to Ryan. Ryan makes a cut back and then plays it right back to Morris. Morris sends it with her left foot, trying to find Acevedo. Acevedo fighting to keep it in, and she'll send it on to Perrainer, but now University with the ball in midfield. They're going to lose possession, but instead the ref is going to call a foul on Oklahoma Wesleyan on, I believe, Moser. So Leah Morris to take a free kick just past half field. She'll kick it up into the center, and it'll be headed away by Oklahoma Wesleyan. And now it's going to be Nakesa, who plays a long ball. And Trapinski, it was never going to be trouble as she runs out and gets it at the edge of her box. Right now, Oklahoma Wesleyan's so quick on the counter. They've been able to really make Ottawa University hesitant to push up. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan makes a great pass. It's going to be Nakesa. Nakesa shoots on one-on-one, and she's going to finish it in the back of the net. And this right here was just a good pass. Ends up a one-on-one situation with Trapinski, and nothing really Trapinski could do right there as she was caught in no man's land. And now it's Oklahoma Wesleyan 2, Ottawa University 0. 31 minutes left in the match, or in the half. Ottawa University down 2-0. And so we'll look at just some of the stats. Is Oklahoma Wesleyan with 6 shots already, and 4 of them on goal. 2 goals, obviously. And then Ottawa University with only 1 shot and none that have been on goal yet. Oklahoma Wesleyan, right off the kickoff, gets the ball right back. Now Ottawa University steals it. It's going to be Stormy Garcia dancing around with it in midfield. She'll play it up the field, but it's going to get stolen by Oklahoma Wesleyan University. And now Maria has the ball, and she's going to find her wingman on the outside as Oklahoma Wesleyan sends it across, and it's a good one, but a great play by Denai Evans to head it out of bounds. I mean, it's going to be a corner kick for Oklahoma Wesleyan, which is not really what you want, but right there, it was Nakesa who was ready to finish that one, but Denai Evans makes a great last-second effort to knock that out before Nakesa could get her foot or head on that ball. Corner. Hit low, and Robinson knocks it down, and now Denai Evans boots it up. Just kick it out. And it's going to be an Oklahoma Wesleyan throw-in. So good defense there by Ottawa University on the corner kick. Oklahoma Wesleyan plays it quickly. They're trying to find Nakesa on the inside, but they just found the wrong foot and ended up not being able to possess it. But Ottawa University can't keep it for long as now Nakesa has it in the box, sends a little chip over to Mochali, and Mochali just gets way too far under the ball and it will go over the post for another Ottawa University goal kick. Now it looks like Ottawa University looking like they're going to have a sub here pretty soon. Now Oklahoma Wesleyan plays it in. And Trapinski's out of her goal here. So Oklahoma Wesleyan now has it on the outside. They're going to try to play a cross into Nakasa, and it will be mistouched there, and Ottawa University takes over now trying to drive up to the front of the field. They've got numbers, and it's Acevedo with a pretty ambitious pass as she tried to find Jennerwine coming through, but Oklahoma Wesleyan does well to defend. Now it's Gabi. Gabi plays it forward, and it's a good pass over to Mochali, and Mochali just wasn't able to handle it as it ends up barely going out of bounds, and the ref will raise his flag indicating that it did just slightly go out. So now Robson to take the throw in for Ottawa University. Robson throws it to Acevedo. Acevedo finds Denia Evans. Denia Evans cuts in. Good move there, and she'll find the face of an Oklahoma Wesleyan player. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan taking over as Maria now holding on to the ball. She's got Machado, but no, she'll just hold on to it herself, now trying to find Nakasa. Nakasa was never even able to get that ball as it was blocked by an Ottawa University player, but Oklahoma Wesleyan able to maintain it for a little while before it goes out of bounds on the near side. Instead, they're going to call an offside here. And now Trapinski will take the kick. Trying to find Acevedo, and she does. And now Denia Evans picks it up, and she's just going to clear it out of there. And I feel like that's probably a wise decision, as they've not really been able to catch much of a break defensively. And just like that, Oklahoma Wesleyan University is already driving right back up the field. They'll drop it back to their defense. It's going to be dropped into Gabi, and Gabi over to Perrainer. Perrainer dribbling into the inside. Finds a pass there, and then now the defense of Oklahoma Wesleyan picking it back up. And they'll drop it in, but it's going to be booted immediately by Ottawa University. Stormy Garcia there to try to defend the defense of Oklahoma Wesleyan. But now there'll be a turnover is forced, and Denia Evans finds Acevedo about midfield. Ottawa passes it back to the defense. We'll find Brain in the midfield. And now over to Raina Warner. Raina Warner has it on the outside. She'll drop it back to the defense. Now Aaliyah Morris trying to find a long ball to Robson, and she does. Robson plays a one-touch over to Denia, and then a good flick over into Acevedo's run, and Acevedo has the ball on the outside trying to find a cross. She's going to boot it, but it's going to be blocked by Gabi and out for an Ottawa University corner kick. So a good chance here for Ottawa University to try to take one of these goals back. Acevedo hits it in. It's going to be headed by Stormy Garcia, but just skips over, and then an Ottawa University player, looked like it was Aaliyah Morris, hit it right back to Garcia, and then Garcia kicks it way over the net. Might be worth 3 points in football, but not football. Oklahoma Wesleyan plays it up pretty quick, and Rainer is going to watch as the ball goes out of bounds for an Ottawa University throw-in. Sub comes in for Ottawa University as it's going to be Sydney Johnson in for Gardensdotter. And Johnson actually will take that throw-in. And the ball is going to kind of get in a little bit of a scramble, and now it's an Oklahoma Wesleyan throw. They'll throw it in over to Ortiz. Ortiz gets it back into the Ottawa University defense where Aaliyah Morris will deal with it. And now the ball will be off of Acevedo, and it will go out for a throw-in, but quickly taken as now Ortiz carrying the ball, and she'll drop it in to the defense, and the defense carrying it out, and Perrainer now has it on the outside of the field. She'll lose possession here, though, by Ottawa University, as Johnson, who just came onto the field, just kicks it out. But they'll say it was off of a player, so Johnson will actually take a throw-in here for Ottawa University. Goes right to Perrainer. Perrainer now drops in Nakasa. Nakasa looking for options. Now Nakasa picks up the ball back, and University Aaliyah Morris is able to boot that one out of there, but still Oklahoma Wesleyan with possession. Send it down to the sideline, just outside the 18. Now dribbling inside the 18. They're going to take a left-footed shot, and this one's going to end up being about a few feet wide and also maybe high, too. Oklahoma Wesleyan trying to make it 3-0 there, but are unable to do so. It was good containment from Ottawa University. Ottawa's had some good defensive efforts thus far, but there's just been a few mistakes, and Oklahoma University or Oklahoma Wesleyan can really make you pay. Ball will be headed out of the back now. Leah Morris does a backwards kick, and it will end up going out of bounds the far sideline just outside of the 18. Throw in from Oklahoma Wesleyan. Now trying to find it at the top of the box, and Ottawa University able to clear it out, and now this one's going to go way back, way back, all the way to Mora, the goalkeeper, and she'll play it up with her feet. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan finding a one-on-one situation again, and they'll just pass it right into the back of the net here. And just like that, Oklahoma Wesleyan in major command of this game. It's 3-0 here at Advent Health Field. At 23 minutes left in the half, Oklahoma Wesleyan having their way early. Right there, just seemed like a defensive collapse as Oklahoma Wesleyan able to get in behind and find the back of the net. It was Macholi who was able to finish that shot there for Oklahoma Wesleyan. As she did well to keep her composure and just hit it with the side of her foot, not trying to get it in the air or anything, but just put it in the back of the net and does so. Kickoff is taken by Ottawa University. And it's going to be Brain, who couldn't quite get to the pass. He was deflected off from an Oklahoma Wesleyan defender, but now Johnson playing up the field. And it's going to be Maria who picks up the ball, and then she will get fouled by Sydney Johnson. Also a new substitution is Daisy Herrera in for Ottawa University. Free kick. Going to be taken by Gabi. Gabi hits it in, but Aaliyah Morris for Ottawa University there to head it away. Now this ball being taken up the sideline by Oklahoma Wesleyan University, trying to find it and pass inside, but Danae Evans right there to boot it away. And now, as Oklahoma Wesleyan picked the ball right back up, Danae Evans stayed persistent and ends up she'll get fouled. And now Ottawa University with the free kick at about the 40-yard line. If you look at it as the football field. Leah Morris passes it over to Danae Evans. Danae Evans is just going to keep it there and makes a good move to get around a defender, and now finds Justina Velez, who Justina Velez has been pretty quiet thus far, but now Justina Velez making some cuts, and it'll be off of Nakasa for an Ottawa University throw. Johnson to throw it in. Looking for Justina Velez. Velez now with the ball cutting inside, makes the cut with her right foot, and still holding onto the ball, and finds a good pass inside to Jennerwine, but Jennerwine unable to handle it. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan going down the other side. It's Maria trying to run onto this ball, but Aaliyah Morris for Ottawa University is there to defend it. Aaliyah Morris has played really well today. She's been an absolute fireman as Oklahoma Wesleyan has had many opportunities that Aaliyah Morris was able to put away. Now Ottawa University with possession about midfield. Looking for Stormy Garcia up front, but they cannot find it. Instead, Oklahoma Wesleyan will take possession and pass it back to the keeper, Mora. And then Mora over to Gabi, and Gabi into the center of the field to Morcer. Morcer drops it over to Zendejas. Zendejas over to Mora. Mora back over to Gabi. So just dancing around in the defense, and now finally finding a pass into the midfield up to Perrainer, and Perrainer gets it knocked out, but she'll still have a throw-in. It was off of Ottawa University. Perrainer tries to take it quick and also jumps the gun as she goes way up the field, but the referee tells her to go back. Perrainer throws it back to Gabi. Gabi is just going to play it right back to Perrainer, and Perrainer now with space, trying to find a through pass, and the AR's flag goes offside, or goes up for an offside call. It was Mochila, who was offside there. She made a good run, but the ball was just played just slightly too late, and an easy call for the assistant referee there. Trapinski plays it up on the free kick over to Justina Velez, who skips it on, trying to find Garcia. Is unable to do so, but it will be an Ottawa University throw-in. So Johnson on the near side here with the throw-in, looking for Garcia. Garcia handles it, but then it'll hit her hand and be a free kick for Oklahoma Wesleyan, and they'll just take it immediately as Gabi passes right back into the defense, and now keeper Mora for Oklahoma Wesleyan will take care of it. Now Gabi with the ball right back. And they'll send it up to Perrainer, and Perrainer, the pass just wasn't on target, and Perrainer was not able to get there. Now Johnson with the ball is now Oklahoma Wesleyan getting physical. And they're taking it down the side. It's going to be Maria with Danae Evans, and Danae Evans wins the battle, but now Perrainer picks it up and it gets knocked out. And Ottawa University will kick it up the field, trying to find Justina Velez, and doesn't. Velez going down the sideline. She had Stormy Garcia. She doesn't find that pass, though. Instead, she cuts it in, and then we'll lose possession to Morcer. And Morcer still holding on to the ball in the midfield, trying to find a pass that's going to be deflected off of Herrera for Ottawa University. And now Ottawa University with possession. They'll find Raina Warner, someone who's been pretty quiet today. Now she'll drop it back to Robson. Robson back to Morris. Morris plays it up the field to Herrera, and Herrera nods it on to Warner, but it was just headed a bit too far there. Oklahoma Wesleyan now with a throw-in, as it will be Mitchell to take the throw, but Oklahoma Wesleyan is going to take in quite a few subs here. It's going to be Beaver going on the defensive side. Roberts go on the far outside back, and Ruth Kahosha to go in at the midfield position. Looks like a CDM center defensive mid position. Now, Ottawa University has the ball in the midfield, and Zaya Evans plays the ball over to Johnson. Johnson dancing around with it there, trying to beat a defender. Won't be able to do it, but she still has possession. Trying to find a cross. She's going to cut it inside and makes a good move there, but Oklahoma Wesleyan able to defend her off, but it's still going to be an Ottawa University corner, so still a productive play from Ottawa University. One of the other subs for Oklahoma Wesleyan University is Chloe Johnson. Ottawa University hits it up, and it's going to be a leap from Mora, who comes and snatches that out of the air. Great catch there from Mora. Ottawa University not able to do anything with that corner kick. Is a good grab there by Mora, the goalkeeper for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Mora's going to play it out to the defense, and then now trying to find Beaver, and Beaver has it on the outside, defended by Justina Velez, and my goodness, the pace of Justina Velez quickly caught up to Beaver, and she got a good shoulder on her, and it ends up going out of bounds for an Ottawa University throw-in. So Johnson here to throw it in to Velez. Velez knocks it back, and it's going to be Nakasa the ball there as they'll be booted away by the Ottawa University defense. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan with possession in the backfield. Moore, the goalkeeper, has it. She'll play it over to Gabi, the outside back. And now Gabi trying to find Johnson and does. Johnson quickly pressured by Ottawa University Johnson, so just Johnson and Johnson there. And now a great throw as there's no offside on a throw-in, and Oklahoma Wesleyan takes advantage of that. As now Maria is right inside the box on the outside, but it's well defended by Leah Morris once again. Morris will just boot it up the field and let it to go out of bounds just to give Ottawa University a little bit of a break. But now Johnson for Wesleyan picks it up, and she'll play it over. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan trying to find a centering ball, but it's headed away by Leah Morris. Johnson now with it for Oklahoma Wesleyan, trying to find the outside, and it was a little bit behind there, the pass over to Beaver, but Beaver was unable to handle it. Probably would have been able to get there, but just not a good touch on the ball there. Leah Morris has the ball in the back, trying to find Johnson, and does. Johnson trying to find Danae Evans, but it's going to be taken by Nakasa. Nakasa shoots it, and Trapinski actually gets a little bit of a hand on it. It looked like this was going to go out for a goal kick anyways, but instead Trapinski gets a hand on it, and it's going to be an Oklahoma Wesleyan corner kick. 13 minutes to go. Ottawa University down 3-0 against Oklahoma Wesleyan. Like we said earlier, Oklahoma Wesleyan 11-0 in conference play, 15-2 overall. They're ranked 8th in the nation. Definitely not an easy team to be playing here today. Corner kick will be taken from Oklahoma Wesleyan, and the shot is going to be blocked by Danae Evans. But Oklahoma Wesleyan still picking it back up, and now Ottawa University with a steal. It's Aaliyah Morris trying to play it forward. She can't find a pass, but Ottawa University still with possession. They'll play it forward, trying to find Herrera, and Herrera is unable to get there. Oklahoma Wesleyan now playing with the ball out of the back. Moore, the keeper, plays it over to Gabi. Gabi back over to Mora. And one thing that I've definitely seen from Oklahoma Wesleyan thus far is they are not afraid to play with their goalkeeper. I bet Moore has had well over 10 passes this game, which is not very common for goalkeepers. Ball's going to be played quickly, and it goes out of bounds for a throw-in, and then now Oklahoma Wesleyan will take it over and throw it to Maria. Maria has it on the out near line, just outside of the goal box. Now she dribbles in, still holding on to the ball. Maria plays it in across the goal face of the goal, and it's going to be shot and off the post. An absolute blast from Oklahoma Wesleyan as this one goes across the post and then still bounces straight up to the middle, but no goal here, and no saves need to be made from Trapinski. Definitely had a little bit of a heart attack there, as multiple times that ball went right across the face of the goal. Oklahoma Wesleyan with possession here at about midfield. Gabi holding on to it, cuts it back. We'll drop it back even further, but now it's passed right back to Gabi. And Gabi, with plenty of time, sends a left-footed ball in. As it looked like quite a few Oklahoma Wesleyan players were offside, so it's probably a good thing for them that they didn't get the ball. Unfortunate for Ottawa University, though. Leah Morris defending Nakasa. Nakasa gets a backheel pass, but Ottawa University's Johnson takes care of that, and it will go out for an Ottawa University goal kick. Just 10 minutes left here in the first half of the women's game. Oklahoma Wesleyan up 3-0 against Ottawa University. And still looking like They cannot be stopped here thus far as they've had possession most of the time. Raina Warner has the ball, and they'll find it. Ottawa University is going to find the ball up in the midfield, and they're trying to find a pass, but they're unable to do so. It's quickly collected by Nekesa. Nekesa drops it over to an Oklahoma Wesleyan midfielder, and now Oklahoma Wesleyan dealing with it in the midfield. Now it will be Pinkratov who drops it over to the outside, but Ottawa University will steal it there. And it's Herrera sending it over to Raina Warner, and Warner knocks it off of an Oklahoma Wesleyan player for an Ottawa University throw-in. So Warner here about to take this throw-in also. Ottawa University, it's a free kick at about midfield. Warner take the kick. Johnson has her hand up, trying to tell her to send it to her. Warner, though, taking her time to kick this one. Ottawa University set up at the top of the box. Warner kicks it up. It's going to be Stormy Garcia. It looked like she was looking for, but Oklahoma Wesleyan will clear it out. And then off of an Ottawa University player for a throw-in. And now Johnson plays it up forward, and she'll find Beaver, and Beaver with it on the outside, a little razzle-dazzle there. She'll play it across the face of the goal, and it's a finish from Oklahoma Wesleyan University there. It was Maria right in front of the face of the goal, just completely left unmarked. The assist from Beaver. Beaver was right in the position to just give a simple, easy tap over to Maria. Maria now with a goal. And my goodness, this one's starting to look a little bit ugly as Oklahoma Wesleyan up 4-0 in the first half. Just 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Ottawa University takes the kickoff. And the ball will fall to the Ottawa defense. They play it up forward, trying to find Justina Velez, but Velez never was even able to get close to coming to that ball, as that ball was sent way too long, and then it ends up it will go off of Ottawa University for a throw-in. Oklahoma Wesleyan tries to throw this ball in quick, but the ref signals for her to stop for just a second. And she does just throw it into Nekesa. Nekesa gets fouled by Evans. So it's going to be a free kick for Oklahoma Wesleyan, and Gabby will take it quick. And then now she'll pass it over to Mora, the keeper. And Mora passing it to her outside back. We'll try to find a midfielder inside, but instead Oklahoma Wesleyan's going to lose possession. Ottawa University picks it up at about midfield. Quickly, Oklahoma Wesleyan gains possession right back, as now it's Gabby for Oklahoma Wesleyan who's got the ball, and she'll play it over to Maria. Maria over to Nekesa. Nekesa right back to Maria, and then trying to find Nekesa once again, but it is going to be cleared out by Johnson. Now Johnson, she'll play it up into the middle, but it's going to end up being a foul right at about the end of the defensive third for Ottawa University. So now Aaliyah Morris to take this kick. Morris kicks it up the field. Nekesa intercepts. And she'll play it over to Maria. Maria plays it back to Nakesa. And we'll find Gabi. And Gabi now finding it over. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan playing it up. They'll find a cross inside, but it's going to be saved by Trapinski. And Ottawa University now has the ball in their own defensive third. Looking for a pass was Johnson, but it's going to be stolen by Nakesa. Nakesa finds Maria. Maria, can she get another one? She'll pass it inside looking for Nakesa. But Janae Evans there to kick it out for Ottawa University. And it'll be a corner kick for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Or instead they're going to say it was a throw and just barely went out on the touch line. Gabi's going to send it across, but it'll be headed away by Ottawa. And now Justina Velez trying to dribble it out of the back, and then Aaliyah Morris will send it up the field. Ottawa University with the throw-in now. Man, they have had a lot of throw-ins today as Marina Warner will throw this one up. Now will be kicked out by Brand. Brand, not really sure that she was trying to find a pass, but Stormy Garcia was up in that direction but is unable to get over there as there were 3 Oklahoma Wesleyan defenders right around her. Oklahoma Wesleyan throws it in. It's quickly stolen by Ottawa. Well, not stolen, just booted away by Brain. And Brain now trying to contain it. It's a great ball from Ottawa University. Finding another one-on-one situation. Makes a move, and it's Maria who finds the back of the net again. As right there, she didn't even shoot. She had a great shot or a great pass, and that goal was essentially just delivered to her on a silver platter. As Trapinski came out, and instead of her shooting, she just made a move around Trapinski and then finished it with just a little tap right down the center of the net. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan up 5-0. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half. Ottawa University just has absolutely no answers for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Now, all of a sudden, though, Ottawa University playing a lot faster, and Zanea Evans has the ball in the midfield. She'll play it over to Johnson. Johnson tries to find Justina Velez. It's a good touch by Velez to keep it in bounds, and Velez making a move. She's going to dribble it inside, tries to make one last cut, is unable to do so. Stormy Garcia trying to defend it and keep possession for Ottawa, but she's not going to be able to do that. Instead, it's going to be Johnson who deflects it for Ottawa University. They try to keep it in Oklahoma Wesleyan territory. They do. Justina Velez with the ball once again. She sends a shot, and it's going to be high and also wide. But you might as well shoot, as Ottawa University's not really been able to get many quality chances thus far. They had one early on when they sent in a good cross off of a counterattack, but it was just well defended by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Ball will be played out by Moore on the goal kick. Just 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Ball will be played up, and Aaliyah Morris plays it back to Trapinski. Trapinski just clears it out, because when in doubt, just play it out. That's what a lot of coaches say. And right there, Trapinski had a runner coming at her really fast. And you know, when sometimes it's just okay to pass it out even though it turns the ball over. Ottawa University defending it there on about their corner, and Nakesa shoots it. It's going to be blocked by Trapinski, and then off of the crossbar, and now Nakesa finishes it in the back of the net. And a flurry of shots there from Nakesa as the ball just kept coming right back to her like she had some magnet or something, but Nakesa ends up finishing it on the third chance nothing Trapinski could really do there. She was on the ground, and now it's 6-0 Oklahoma Wesleyan. And Ottawa University just can't catch a break. Trapinski definitely looking a little bit frustrated right now as she's yelling at her teammates, looking like she just wants to see some more effort, as Ottawa University definitely looking a little down on themselves. Ottawa University takes the kickoff, about 1:40 left, and the ball is instantly going to be stolen and played up to Oklahoma Wesleyan, and it's going to be Maria with a one-on-one with the keeper, but she's going to send it way over the crossbar. As Maria's done well to be able to finish these shots multiple times, but right there she is not able to. On the goal kick, it will be played over to Johnson. Johnson gets a really heavy shoulder from Maria, and the ref will call a foul. Maria looks a little frustrated they even called that, but it definitely was a lot of contact for sure. Ottawa University now will play it on the free kick. Janae Evans, the captain, trying to sort her teammates here. It's going to be a good ball, but well read by Janae Evans. And Evans does really well to not only keep Oklahoma Wesleyan from getting this pass, but instead she'll even shield it out of bounds. So a veteran move, a very intelligent move from Evans. Trapinski on the goal kick will kick it up the field, trying to find Velez, but Velez is just going to let it roll as there's only 20 seconds on the clock, but Oklahoma Wesleyan still with the ball and might even try to find a seventh goal here. Ottawa University will play it in, but it's going to be swallowed up by Trapinski. 3 seconds on the clock, 2-1, and now halftime is called. Oklahoma Wesleyan up 6-0. This game is not looking good for Ottawa, as you can see the frustration on some of their faces. Janae Evans now squatting down in disappointment, as right now Ottawa University just can't seem to figure things out. Oklahoma Wesleyan, they're a powerful team, but Ottawa University needs to do better in this second half. Right now, we'll send you back for a break. We'll take about a 3-minute break. You're listening to Ottawa University Soccer on KOFO.com.
Have you received an email, call, or text about winning a sweepstakes you didn't enter? Don't fall victim to the latest scams. Hi, this is Shelby from Kansas State Bank, encouraging you to protect yourself against these unsolicited attempts to take your money. Contact your financial institution immediately to protect your account if you feel you've been targeted. A reminder from Kansas State Bank, member FDIC.
Quality Structures is helping you build the rural American dream today. No more some days. Whether you're wanting a garage for your toys, a riding arena for your horses, or storage for your equipment, Quality Structures is there. Visit Quality Structures in Richmond or online at qualitystructures.com. They can't buy it if they don't know you have it. Introduce a new product or reestablish an old one with advertising on KOFO. Get started today by calling 242-1220 or email KOFO@KOFO.com. KOFO Marketing, helping you do business.
Welcome back here to Advent Health Field at Ottawa University as the women's soccer team for Ottawa University is taking on Oklahoma Wesleyan. And Oklahoma Wesleyan, to be fair, they're ranked 8th, and they are 15-2 overall, 11-0 in conference play. But right now they are pummeling Ottawa University as it's 6-0 just after one half of play. So there's still a whole lot of soccer left, but Ottawa University, you start to wonder, what are they going to do about this game? So do you get some more experience for some of the players that maybe not play as much? As 6-0 is a huge deficit in soccer for those that may not be as familiar with how the scoring is, but 6-0 is a massive, massive hole that Ottawa has, hopefully can dig themselves out of, but you wonder if you're Coach Maya, if you're going to try to get some experience from some of your younger players, or maybe some of the ones that just don't play quite as much, or maybe you take some of the starters off to just not risk any injury, or maybe you continue to put on full pressure and see if you can find some goals, because ultimately this game's going to come down to goal differential. As Ottawa University, you want to have a good goal differential as they get ready to go into the postseason pretty shortly. It gives you a better placement if they can have a good goal differential. But right here, they're really going into the negatives from 6-0. So Ottawa University, I feel like if I'm Coach Maya here, I feel like I play a lot more defensive this half. Just focus on trying not to let Oklahoma Wesleyan get any easy goals. I think maybe even start 5 defenders. But also, you do sit there and you want to see a goal from Ottawa University. Also, some of these players are desperate. Danae Evans definitely has been showing a lot of emotion after that first half. She right now just kind of sits alone as she's really frustrated. As definitely played a good match. Same with Aaliyah Morris also, and they both just, Oklahoma Wesleyan with so much skill, so it's really hard to defeat a team like this. Weather's still feeling fantastic out here at Ottawa University. Still not a lot of wind. It's picked up just slightly, but it's going. Wind is in the south at the moment, but still not a huge factor as it's only blowing a few miles per hour. Ottawa University, about 10 minutes left of halftime here. And Oklahoma Wesleyan up and moving as they look like they're ready to just even go out. They're not even having much of a pep talk. And same with, honestly, Ottawa University. Looks like Coach Mayo coming up with a scheme with the rest of his coaches. And, if he wants to dig Ottawa out of this hole, he's got to come up with something incredible. As Oklahoma Wesleyan has played nearly immaculate. And whenever they have not been able to finish some of those shots, the balls come right back to him. One of the goals earlier that we saw was Nikesa, who shot it and was hit the crossbar, comes right back to her, hits Trapinski, and Trapinski makes the save, and then comes right back to Nikesa, and she finishes the shot. And you could tell Trapinski was upset that none of the defenders were able to jump on that and just kick it out or clear in some way. But instead, Nikesa got 3 chances right in a row and was able to finish the last one for a goal. We look at some of the goals scored thus far in the game. Some of the shots on goal. Maria has 5 shots on goal, 3 goals herself. Then Kessa with 2 goals, and then Muchali with 1 goal. So Maria with a hat trick already for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. As far as shots go for the Ottawa University side, they've only got 2 shots this entire game, and it's Stormy Garcia that has both of the shots, but neither of them on goal. There was one Ottawa University had in about the first half. It was a cross in from the outside, from the near side of the field, and Oklahoma Wesleyan just did well to head it out for a corner kick. Ottawa University's had about several corners. It's been 4 corners for Ottawa University, which is a solid number. And corners are really good chances, but every single one has not been a huge deal for Oklahoma Wesleyan as they've just been able to clear the balls out. Now, Oklahoma Wesleyan has had 3 corners themselves, but Ottawa University has done really well to defend all of those corners. As far as fouls, it's not been a super chippy game. Oklahoma Wesleyan definitely has been a little bit more physical and also causing a lot more fouls as they've got 6, but Ottawa University only 3. No yellow cards or red cards, thankfully. As far as saves, Oklahoma Wesleyan with no saves, and then Trapinski has made 3 herself. But as far as shots, Oklahoma Wesleyan with 19 shots, just 1 half a play, and 9 of those on goal. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Ottawa University Soccer on KOFO.com.
Wherever you and your vehicle go, you can trust your vehicle repairs to CarStar with our limited nationwide warranty on all qualifying repairs. Call CarStar Ottawa at 242-8916. CarStar, relax, we'll take it from here.
Turn care into career with Advent Health Ottawa. Clinical, non-clinical, and professional roles are waiting for the right people, and you could be one of them while earning a minimum starting pay of $14.50 per hour. Log on to careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa today. At Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you.
Whether you're getting a jump start on school shopping or looking for a new style to be adventurous with, we've got you covered with the latest Vera Bradley designs at Sutton's Jewelry. Hi, this is Lindsay Sutton, reminding you that Vera Bradley is the leading designer of women's handbags, luggage and travel items, fashion and home accessories, and unique gifts. When you see a Vera Bradley design, you know you're getting the latest, hottest, and most desired fashion accessory out there. And we've got them at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main in downtown Ottawa. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. The people who work at Dangle & Son are committed to the families we serve. We work together as a team to attend to every detail. Dangle & Son sets the standard for funeral service.
Ottawa University has positioned itself as a distinctive and rapidly expanding institution, known for its innovative educational models, exceptional value, and special ability to prepare diverse student populations for lifetimes of enlightened faith, exemplary service, inspired leadership, and personal significance. With numerous undergraduate and graduate degrees in business, education, arts and sciences, athletics, and more, you'll gain the specific expertise you need for a lifetime of significance and prosperity. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu/OUKS.
Medicare Part D coverage can be confusing. We can help. This is Laura from Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Stop in and let us help you find the best option for your needs when it comes to Medicare Part D. Kramer Pharmacy, 134 South Main, open Monday through Saturday and online anytime at kramerrx.com.
Back here at Advent Health Field at Ottawa University, it's definitely a quiet stadium here. As Ottawa currently behind 6-0 to Oklahoma Wesleyan University. And, you know, we look at some of the things that have happened, and it seems like Ottawa University they've had some good moments of defense, but then as far as offense, there's really just not been much offense going on, as Oklahoma Wesleyan has had most of the possession the entire game. Take a look at some of the upcoming games for Ottawa University. As in their next game, they'll get to face off against Kansas Wesleyan University. And then after that, they will head to the postseason. Might have to have a play-in, but Ottawa University will see after they are able to play Kansas Wesleyan University. In their previous game, Ottawa University actually defeated McPherson College 3-1, so a solid win there from Ottawa. But then they fell in a heartbreaking loss to Southwestern 1-0, and then also fell to Friends University, a frustrating one that was 2-1. The one they lost to Southwestern was actually senior night, even alumni night. Quite a bit of fans showed up to the game, but Ottawa University was unable to snatch the W. Before that, it was Ottawa playing Bethel College at home, and they snatched up a 2-1 thriller in double overtime. As Ottawa University really just looked like the dominant team that entire game, and ultimately they were able to win that game. But it's kind of surprising that that game wasn't won in regulation. Before that, Ottawa was defeated by Bethany 3-1, and then Ottawa defeated York College 2-1. And Avila defeated Ottawa here at Advent Health Field 2-1, and Tabor also defeated Ottawa University 1-0, and then Ottawa had a tie against the University of St. Mary's in double overtime, and that game right there was one that Ottawa definitely probably wishes they could get back, as they looked like a very, very good soccer team, a very talented team. They just weren't unable to find the back of the net as much as they would like. Ottawa University, before that, though, was a huge win over Sterling College as they won 3-0. So a big win there for Ottawa University. But now, in this game, they're down 6-0 at home, and it has been definitely tough for Ottawa University to hang in here. As 6-0 in soccer that's a rough score, but Ottawa University still continuing to fight, continuing to put forth effort. At this point, that's about all you can ask from Ottawa University. Ottawa University's been a really competitive team this year. They've had a lot of really solid wins. They've had some heartbreaking losses where they played well, and sometimes even the best team doesn't win. Sometimes you get some lucky things, sometimes some calls. But Ottawa University's had a talented team. This Oklahoma Wesleyan team, though, they're ranked 8th in the nation. They're a really solid soccer team, and it's interesting as their men counterparts are also talented as the Oklahoma Wesleyan men's team, who we will see here at about 2:30. They are ranked 2 in the nation, and Ottawa University men's team has been a pretty solid team, especially at home. They won a decent amount of games, pretty even record, but as of recent, Ottawa University's been falling. The men's team has been falling in a lot of their matches, but Ottawa getting ready to play the number 2 team in the nation, Oklahoma Wesleyan University, and definitely is going to be a huge challenge for them. And I mean, we saw how big of a challenge the girls' team was, or is. It's only the first half here, and Oklahoma Wesleyan up 6-0. 1 minute on the clock here at halftime. I guess we'll kind of look at some of the keys to the game for Ottawa University to try to come out this half. And I feel like it definitely is first going to start with just keeping track of all their players. Oftentimes Oklahoma Wesleyan moves the ball around really well. They showed a lot of good pace. They showed a lot of good passes. And, they were just able to ping the ball around really well the entire time. But Ottawa University, they really need to stay disciplined, stay aware of the person that they are covering, each player in the back especially. As Oklahoma Wesleyan, they make good runs. But if Ottawa University can track some of those runs and they can continue to apply pressure and not allow them any of those easy goals, I think we'll definitely see a much cleaner half this time around. Ottawa University getting ready to take the field here. There's just 7 seconds to go on the board. And Oklahoma Wesleyan now warming up as they are doing a few sprints up and down the sideline. Ottawa University just getting a quick last drink before they go out there. Danae Evans looking pretty excited to go back out there. Now Ottawa breaking it down. So Oklahoma Wesleyan University here, as you can see the excitement on their faces. When you're up 6-0, it's much easier to be happy. But Ottawa University, definitely looking a little bit more excited this half. Coming out of the half, it was a rough score. It still is a rough score, but Ottawa University coming out with a little bit more optimism as it looks right now, and walking out with their heads up. We're just about underway here for Ottawa University soccer. Referees now getting ready to go and take their position. The AR2 heading on over to the far side, getting his spot, and now the center referee just surveying the field to make sure everything's all right, everything's safe, and making sure that the right numbers are on the field. And now Mora, goalkeeper for Oklahoma Wesleyan, going over to her post as a classic routine of touching both the bars. And now the whistle is going to be blown, and Oklahoma Wesleyan will have kickoff. They'll take it right back into the defense, as it's going to be Gabi who plays it up quickly on the sideline, and then it will get dropped right back to Gabi. And Gabi goes over to Parainer, and Parainer gets it dropped back. Brenner now dealing with it in the midfield, and now drops it to Gabi, and Gabi going to go all the way back to the keeper, Mora. Mora sends it out to the outside to Esco. Esco finds a pass there, but then it will end up getting deflected, and Zendaya has the ball in the back. Now, Ottawa University finally getting the ball here as they have a little bit of a steal, but it's deflected shortly, but it well played by Johnson from Ottawa. Now, it can be Justina Velez on the far side carrying the ball as she continues to carry it and dribbling forward, defended by Gabi, and Velez is going to win that there, and she's going to continue forward, sending a cross in, and it was a solid one, but Ottawa University not able to do anything with it there. As now, an Ottawa University player, Raina Warner, is shoved to the ground, and they'll have the ball in the attacking third. A free kick, not really in shooting range, but definitely a dangerous set piece for Ottawa University. Raina Warner hits it upfield, and it's going to be blocked. Oklahoma Wesleyan, and they'll send it right back out, but then it's going to be Brain who sends it back over, and no Ottawa University players over there. Moore is just going to pick it up and throw it out to the outside back. Now Johnson plays it upfield for Oklahoma Wesleyan, and now it's going to fall to Ortiz, and Ortiz plays it over to Gabi on the other side. Gabi finds a pass inside to Mosier, and Mosier loses possession. Instead, it's going to be Ottawa University with the ball, and they try to play one forward. Before they do that, the referee is going to call a foul on Oklahoma Wesleyan. 42 minutes left in regulation. Ottawa University. Free kick taken by the Braves. And it will just be cleared out by Mora, the goalkeeper for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Now ball getting played out to the outside by Wesleyan. And it's going to be Mitchell who tries to play it up the field and is somehow able to find Mochila. Passes it back to Mosier. Mosier is going to find Ortiz, and Ortiz gets deflected off of the foot of Raina Warner. And for Ottawa, it was Herrera who tried to pick up the ball, throw it in, but referee was not fooled as he knew it was Oklahoma Wesleyan throwing. So Wesleyan will throw in the ball, and it's going to be Mosier who passes it out to Gabi, the outside back, and Gabi there trying to find a long ball as it was Mertz for Ottawa University there to stop that one from being dangerous. Throw in by Maria, and now Nikesa has the ball in front of the face of the goal. She'll take a shot. It's going to be blocked, and then now it finds Mosier, and Mosier sends a shot in, and it's going to be saved by Trapinski. So a good save there. But Ottawa University still not really able to find much offensively, and the ball will continually just go out for another Oklahoma Wesleyan throw-in as Herrera ball was sent over her head. And now Mosier plays out to Gabi. Gabi gets the ball stolen by Justina Velez, and Velez trying to go up the field quickly, but Gabi able to recover and keep her contained. But now Velez makes a good move. Gabi trying to put her hands all over Velez. Surprisingly, no foul was called. Instead, Gabi does well to play it back. And Now finds Mosier. Mosier plays it right back to Gabi, and Gabi trying to find an Oklahoma Wesleyan striker up the field, but is unable to do so. Instead, it's going to be Johnson for Ottawa University, who plays it into Danae Evans. And Evans going to play it across the face of the defensive line, and not a wise decision there. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan gets a 2-on-4, not able to do anything with it there, though. And now Raina Warner has the ball going up the other way. She's going to try to find a pass. The ball will end up falling to Stormy Garcia, and Garcia going to pass it out to Justina Velez. And Velez dribbling inside the box. Stolen there by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Now Wesleyan going the other way. Ortiz finds a pass. And then Nikesa picks up the ball and tried to find a through ball over to Mochili. Mochili not able to handle it. Instead, it's going to be a throw-in for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Ball is going to be kicked back all the way to Mora, the keeper, and then directly back to Zendejas, who already had the ball. Now Zendejas plays it forward, trying to find an ambitious long ball, but Justina Velez was there for Ottawa University. Now Velez gets inside, trying to find a pass. She's going to cross it in, slides up through, and was not able to get it there, and it's going to instead be blocked by Gabi, who will just kick it out for an Ottawa University throw-in, and now Velez is down on the field. Danae Evans there to help her up. Ottawa University with a throw-in here. This one going to be booted up in the air. It's a high-flying one, and Raina Warner tries to get up and get it, but she can't. Instead, Mercier picks the ball up, passes it up to Nikesa. Nikesa cuts it back and then over to Mercier. And Mercier getting pressured by Velez, and Velez does well to steal the ball, and now Velez has the ball in the midfield. She'll find a short pass, and now it's Brain who has the ball, who's going to pass it all the way back to the defense to Raina Warner. Warner over to Robson, and Robson's going to lose possession, but it goes back to Johnson, and Johnson tries to make a play on the ball, but she is starting to really grab at the shirt of Mochili, and Mochili, the referee will sympathize for and call a foul, and the free kick is taken quickly. Nikesa picks up the ball way outside the 18 and takes a shot, and this one will go over the crossbar. So Ottawa University doing a lot better defending this half. We're already about 9 minutes into this half, and Ottawa University not allowing any goals in this half yet. Honestly, Ottawa University in this half has played a lot of good soccer. They've had the ball, and Oklahoma Wesleyan's half quite a bit. Currently, Ottawa University with a throw-in. It'll be thrown up to Garcia, who passes it back to Danae Evans, and Danae Evans finds Johnson. Johnson tries to find it over to Robson, but Robson can't keep it in as it goes out. And now it's going to be Mitchell. They'll call a foul, and Mitchell's going to have a free kick at a pretty dangerous spot. Not a good spot to shoot, but definitely a good spot to find a good passing set piece. She's going to try to find Nikesa. Nikesa flicks it on in, but well defended there by Ottawa University. And now Stormy Garcia charging up the field to try to counter the other way. And she held the ball there. Stormy Garcia finds Simple pass to Brain. Brain now finding Raina Warner. Warner going to send it back to Brain. Brain looking for a pass. She'll find Warner once again. Warner finding Brain again, and Brain now dribbling and passes it right back to Warner. Starting to notice a little bit of a pattern here as Warner and Brain connected for like 6 passes in a row. But now Oklahoma Wesleyan with the ball as Nikessa has it at about midfield. Nikessa drops it off. The ball will be played out to the outside to Maria. Maria
financing at
Maria takes a shot with the left foot, and it'll be saved. As the ball was just rolling across the ground, and Trapinski gets down on her knees and picks this one up. Ottawa University definitely playing a lot more discipline to this half. Brain now for Ottawa University will kick it out for Oklahoma Wesleyan throw-in. Looks like a sub is just about to come on for Ottawa University. It's going to be Ivette Acevedo, who started the game, but hasn't been on in a while. Acevedo actually has had quite a bit of production for Ottawa. Some of what is really only the only production as far as chances go. Oklahoma Wesleyan possessing the ball at about midfield. Ball is going to be passed in. But Ottawa University able to steal it, and it's going to be Brain who has the ball, who passes it to Warner, and Warner over to Robson, and Robson over to Brain, and Brain holding on to the ball there, trying to find a pass. She'll find Garcia. Garcia, a good turn there. And she's going to try to find a pass to Justina Velez, but it's going to be intercepted by Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Brainer for Oklahoma Wesleyan University has definitely been a pesky defender and also attacker for Oklahoma Wesleyan University thus far. Ball will be played up. Raina Warner picks the ball up at about midfield. She'll play it in towards Esco. Now a foul will be called on Mercier, and Mercier is going to allow Ottawa University to now have a free kick where Raina Warner is going to take it, and Ottawa University setting up all their people on the far side for a set piece. Warner hits it up way up in the air, and it's Evans who tries to get her head on that one. And it looked like Oklahoma Wesleyan must have thought that they hit the header, because Moore sent it up the field, and now Ottawa University gets the ball all the way up in the sideline. They're going to play it back to Trapinski. Trapinski plays it over to Robson. Robson dealing with the ball there, finds Trapinski once again. Trapinski, the goalkeeper, actually having to use her feet a lot more this half than what she did last half. Trapinski finds a good, solid pass there to Herrera. Stolen there, but instead now it's going to be an Ottawa University throw-in as it was tipped off of an Oklahoma Wesleyan player. And the throw-in will be headed out by Oklahoma Wesleyan for another Ottawa University throw, just a little bit farther up the field this time. He's thrown into Stormy Garcia. The ball's quickly kicked it out. And Warner to take a throw-in once again from about the exact same spot she just took it from. And Warner throws it way up the field to try to find Stormy Garcia. And instead, it's going to be hit out by Oklahoma Wesleyan. And center ref didn't realize it was out for a while. The AR pulling his flag up, and the fans got a little bit rowdy. He said he wasn't calling anything, but he does. Brain's going to pass it back, Ottawa University, and then she'll get the ball right back. Now she passes it over to Raina Warner. Warner over to Robson. Robson finds Danae Evans. Evans loses possession there to Morsier. Morsier is going to find Gabi right back to Morsier. Morsier finds a long ball forward. It's a great pass, but the run is just a hair offside. It was Maria there trying to find her fourth goal. But it was a great call by the AR and a good step by the Ottawa defense to catch her in the offside trap. Ottawa University. It's a forward on the free kick. It's going to be Velez with the ball. Velez with pace going forward. She'll cut it back. Ball finds Brain in the center of the field. Brain now sends it over to the outside to Warner. Warner trying to make a move. She does. Sends a right-footed shot that's going to be swallowed up by Mora, the keeper for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Now this ball will be sent up the field over to Mitchell, and Mitchell heads it directly to an Ottawa University player. And now Ottawa has it in a dangerous spot, and nothing is going to come up for him. Ottawa just unable to take shots this half, especially. I mean, they've not a lot of shots last half either, but Ottawa University, they've had the ball quite a bit this half. They just haven't been able to finish or take a shot, really. So ultimately, having the ball in a dangerous spot doesn't mean anything if you can't take shots, because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Warner's going to loop one up into the box for Ottawa University, and Velez is there to get on the other end of it, but nothing comes of it. Now Oklahoma Wesleyan trying to clear it out as Danae Evans does well to hold on the ball for Ottawa. Blaze picks it up, and then will knock it off of Oklahoma Wesleyan defender for an Ottawa University corner. Corner is maybe one of the big strong suits for Ottawa University thus far in the game. Now, all will be played up the field. Stolen by Oklahoma Wesleyan, and Warner tried to chase player down, and now it's going to be Mitchell for Oklahoma Wesleyan, who makes a cut inside, but a good play by Johnson as she stabs and is able to steal the ball from Mitchell. Mitchell, if she's able to make that move, is probably going to be able to finish that goal, so a great play by Johnson. Not fall for that. It is going to be a throw-in for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. But Ottawa has done pretty solidly at defending Oklahoma Wesleyan's throw-ins. Beaver takes the corner kick for Oklahoma, sends it up the field. Raina Warner takes it, and it was Spears for Oklahoma Wesleyan who ran right into Warner and then falls down herself, but they called a foul on Spears. Well, it's played up to Warner. Warner back to Robson. Robson to Brain. Brain will lose the ball there. She got hurried. Now Mitchell to take a throw-in for Oklahoma Wesleyan. A new player checks in as it's Allison Todd who checks in for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Yeah, really ambitious slide here from Oklahoma Wesleyan is, it was Johnson who slid into Danae Evans, but Danae Evans stays on her feet and has the ball. Plays out to Justina Velez on the outside, and nothing is able to come from it thus far. This ball is still being dealt with in the back. But now Oklahoma Wesleyan starting to get out there as Nekesa now has it in midfield. Nekesa plays a beautiful ball to Mochili. Mochili sends a shot. It's going to go out for a corner as Johnson does well to deflect this one. And Ottawa University really struggling this half to get shots off, but they've done a great job defensively. It's, the first half led in 6 goals to this half 0. Oklahoma Wesleyan, though, kicking a corner here. This one will never even stay in play as it's going to be kicked out pretty much immediately by Oklahoma Wesleyan off of the corner. Nobody even gets to touch it, as it was Pinkratova who kicked it in there for Oklahoma Wesleyan. And new players checking in for Wesleyan, as it is Beaver who is coming back on. Well, it's going to be fought for in the back as Oklahoma Wesleyan's going to win the battle, and now dribbling in. They'll find a ball right inside the box. They'll take a shot, and it's going to knock Johnson over, but Johnson does enough to be able to stop the chance for Oklahoma Wesleyan, and now it's going to be Stormy Garcia who passes over to Warner. Warner to Brain. Can't find anyone. Warner has the ball. Just going to kick it upfield right to a Oklahoma Wesleyan player. Now it's going to be Acevedo. Acevedo has a big steal here. Can she get a shot off? That's the question. Ottawa University will cut inside. It's going to be passing to Garcia. Garcia takes a shot, and it's going to be deflected off of Gabi. So finally, Ottawa University breathes light as they get a little bit of a chance here, but ultimately not able to capitalize. They still do have a corner, and it's going to be Acevedo who will take it on the far side. Acevedo, great run there, and good vision to be able to find Stormy Garcia out of her peripherals. Acevedo hits a very high corner, but it's going to be snatched by Mora, the keeper. She'll roll it out to Nekesa. Nekesa plays it over to Roberts, and Roberts back toward Todd. Todd to Pinkratova. Pinkratova over to Spears, and Spears plays a long ball out. Oklahoma Wesleyan maintains possession. Now Ottawa able to get a steal as it's Brain who comes up with it. And Velez makes a move beyond the far defender, Gabi. Gabi will foul Velez. And then now, ref telling Gabi to come toward her, and she will be issued a yellow card. The first yellow card of the game is going to go to Kansas. It's going to go to Oklahoma Wesleyan University's defender, Aurora Gabi. Ottawa University kicks the ball at the field, but there's going to be a foul immediately on Ottawa. That will be a free kick coming out of the back for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Ottawa University now does well on defense to kick it out, steal the ball. But it's going to be a throw-in for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Ball is thrown back by Ottawa. Ball is going to be played out to the outside for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Now Brain picks it up, and Nikesa quickly gets a steal, and Nikesa trying to find a long ball. It's a beautiful one here by Nikesa. She finds the wing on the far side. She's going to make a good move inside, and instead it's going to be a foul on Johnson, and they're going to call a penalty kick. And this is huge. It looks like it's Johnson, who they're also going to issue a yellow card. And indeed, it was a penalty. I don't know about a yellow card, but a penalty at least is definitely fouled him inside the box. Now a great chance for Oklahoma Wesleyan University to extend their lead. 19 minutes to go. Now, Oklahoma Wesleyan's going to elect Nikesa to shoot it, and if she can put this one in the back of the net, she will indeed have a hat trick. Nikesa with 2 goals thus far. Nikesa takes it quickly, and it's going to be a simple pass right into the side netting. Nothing Terpinski could have done there, as it's just a well-executed penalty kick for Nikesa. So it's a hat trick on the day for Nikesa, and then also Maria for Oklahoma Wesleyan has a hat trick. Ottawa now down 7-0 with 18 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the game. Some subs coming on for Oklahoma Wesleyan. It's going to be Micklemore and then Keosha, Shoa, and Micklemore, who come in for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Kickoff will be taken, and Raina Warner has the ball currently as she'll pass it up the field. And Ottawa is going to be fouled. Raina Warner here to take the free kick for Ottawa University. Kicks it up in the air. Evan handles it. Evans plays it back to Brain, and Brain over to Warner. Warner dribbling, makes some good moves here. She'll try to find Garcia through a gap, but is unable to do so, and now it's going to be Oklahoma Wesleyan coming towards them in the other way. Maria picks it up. Now Nikesa over to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Roberts, and Roberts plays it back into Micklemore, and Micklemore finds Keosha, who finds a pass all the way down the line, but it's going to be stolen by Ottawa University. It'll be out for an Oklahoma throw-in. Ottawa University. The steal, and now it's going to be played in Nikesa, and Nikesa, trying to find fourth goal, but instead it's going to be a call here, and a free kick for Ottawa University Terpinski to kick it out. Terpinski kicks it up. Looks like she was trying to find Acevedo, but couldn't get over the head of the Oklahoma Wesleyan player. And now Warner plays it up all the way to Stormy Garcia, and Garcia plays it back to Warner. Warner finds Garcia once again. Garcia finds Acevedo. Acevedo gets it back, successfully does so, plays it over to Garcia. Garcia finds Evans in the middle of the field. Some good space there for Ottawa University. Evans finds Velez. Velez now hanging on with the ball, but gets it stolen. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan headed back the other direction. Long ball will be played out to Nekesa. Nekesa makes a great touch and is going to pass it over to Maria. And Maria finishes in the back of the net. And just like that, another goal. Is this one definitely looks like a questionable offside call maybe. But there is no flag up. Instead, it's going to be a goal. Ottawa University now down 8-0. Ottawa now to kick the ball off. Nekesa gets the assist on that goal there. Maria now racks up her fourth goal of the game. So two players with a hat trick, Nekesa and Maria both. Now it's going to be Ottawa who has possession of the ball, and it's going to be Warner who steals it and plays it up to Acevedo. Acevedo trying to make a move down the line, but it gets knocked out of bounds by Oklahoma Wesleyan University, Chloe Johnson. Substitutes coming on for Oklahoma Wesleyan. As it's going to be Taylor, Madeline Taylor, come on for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Ball will be thrown in. Played up the field by Ottawa University there to deflect it right back. And now a little bit of a flop, but referees don't think so. And now it's going to be a free kick for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Oklahoma Wesleyan dealing with the ball down the sideline. Try to play, but Acevedo steals, but is unable to hold on. Now Ottawa is able to steal now. Finally, now Acevedo has the ball, and she'll drop it back to Warner. Warner plays it back to Johnson, and Johnson does well to keep that one. Plays it over to Velez. Velez will be awarded a throw-in down line. Instead, they're going to have Mertz take the throw-in, who does, but Oklahoma Wesleyan maintains possession from that throw-in. Ball will be played up the field. Only 13 minutes to go here in regulation. 8-0, the lead for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Oklahoma Wesleyan taking their time to take this free kick. You wonder if right now is when time might even start. Naya Evans flicks it on towards Velez. Velez plays it back to Evans. Evans plays it back to Mertz. Mertz to Evans. Evans to Johnson. Johnson to Robson. Robson trying to find a pass. Does so. Ball falls to Naya Evans. Evans over to Mertz. Mertz to Garcia. Garcia loses possession. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan trying to come back the other way. Instead, they're actually going to trail it. not really looking like they're trying to have the element of surprise here. Now, Ottawa University will fall here as the ball goes out of bounds. Oklahoma Wesleyan going after the ball. Mertz takes the ball and will kick it out of bounds. Now Oklahoma Wesleyan gets the ball stolen on the throw-in. It's Acevedo who makes a good play, but they're going to call a foul on Acevedo. And it's going to end up being a yellow card on Oklahoma Wesleyan. Tried to not allow a quick restart, and Brandon Warner to kick the free kick. You know, we talked about no yellow cards early in this game, but now there's been a couple, both on the Oklahoma Wesleyan side. Ottawa University takes up the ball at about midfield. Ball's going to be played way downfield, and nobody's even going to touch it as it rolls across the end line. Pinsky gets a kick here inside her goal box. She'll play it short to Johnson. Johnson plays it up to Brain. Brain over to Robson. Robson looking for a pass. Surveys, then finds Warner. Warner does the same and finds Mertz. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan driving the other way. They're going to pass it over. And Oklahoma Wesleyan is not able to do anything with that ball. Ottawa University here takes a free kick. Trapinski kicks it way up the field, down into the defense of Oklahoma Wesleyan, where Mora will pick it up there and deal with it. Mora now still has the ball as she'll play it out with her feet. And now the ball fights out of bounds for an Ottawa University throw-in. Danae Evans here applying pressure for Ottawa University. Ball will be played forward, but Robson makes a good little save here to keep everything as no trouble. Now ball's getting forward here for Oklahoma Wesleyan. It's going to be stolen by Ottawa, and now Ottawa plays it forward, trying to find Stormy Garcia, and there's going to be nothing that comes of it. And now Ottawa University definitely pressing up as much as they can. They're desperate for a goal. Ball will get played out of bounds for a corner kick for Ottawa University. Now it's new substitution coming in for Ottawa, as it's Herrera, who's already been on this game a few times, but she's going to place Velez, the outside wing possession. So a corner kick for Ottawa University. And this one's going to be played way outside of the box. And pretty easy one to defend for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Ottawa University now lining up. And say, watch this free kick. Ottawa University plays it back over to Stormy Garcia. Garcia at the striker position gets the ball, and a really genius idea here from Oklahoma Wesleyan player, as it was Shoa who does a veteran move that she feels that she's fouled, so she goes down and picks up the ball as she falls. So that way the ref either has to call a handball or a foul, so ultimately he called a foul. Oklahoma Wesleyan University still on the drive here, as it's McLemore who plays it forward. It will go out for an Ottawa University throw. Only 6 minutes remaining here in this game. We got Josie Goodpasture for Ottawa, who's warming up. Ottawa University gets a free kick here, about half field. As it's going to be Sydney Johnson who's going to take it. And Johnson hits this one way up the field, and it's actually almost had a player right there, as it was Caroline Jennerwine who almost got a foot on that one to take a shot for Ottawa, but ultimately it couldn't. Now, 2 subs coming in. It's going to be Josie Goodpasture who comes in for Ottawa, and it's going to be Stormy Garcia who checks out. And then Oklahoma Wesleyan's going to sub out their goalkeeper, Mora, for Perryman, Lillian Perryman. So, Nerea Mora is going to record a shutout for Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Now, Lillian Perryman is going to come in to deal with the rest of the game. Ottawa University fans starting to get a little bit of rowdy about some of the calls, but ultimately, as the clock winds down, there's only about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Ottawa University down 8-0. I don't think that it's going to be a big deal, but now Ottawa is going to get fouled big time here, as a pretty rough foul there by Oklahoma Wesleyan University. Now Raina Warner to kick this free kick. She'll boot it way up the field, and Goodpasture gets a touch on it with her head, and now pursuing the ball, but it's actually going to be mishandled by the keeper of Oklahoma Wesleyan, but never was ended up being a big issue here. And now Acevedo chases. The ball gets passed back, and now Ottawa University, Johnson, who's going to head it out of the back, and it's been a bunch of headers in a row, like 5 or 6 here. And finally, they're going to call a foul. And they're going to say Johnson got fouled. So Raina Warner, once again, to have a free kick to kick out of here. She's going to take it short to Johnson. Johnson will boot it up the field. And it will find Goodpasture, but Goodpasture finds Brain, and Brain is just going to boot it way out of bounds. 3 minutes to go here in regulation. Ottawa University just on the brink of finishing this game. Can they find one goal just before the game ends? Be a lot of fun here. Definitely an encouragement for Ottawa University. They need to help their goal differential, too. So Ottawa University not able to maintain possession. Instead, it's going to be Oklahoma Wesleyan coming down the other side. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan kicks it out. Instead, it's going to be Brain who just boots it way out of bounds once again. And now Oklahoma Wesleyan will have a throw-in deep in Ottawa territory. Now it's Mertz who kicks it out for another throw-in. Only 2 minutes remain. Regulation, Ottawa University pursuing the ball, trying to kick it way out of the box and clear it, but they're not able to do that. Johnson kicks it right back, and it still finds the feet of an Oklahoma Wesleyan player. And then now it's out of bounds for an Oklahoma Wesleyan throw-in once again in the exact same spot. Wesleyan with the ball. And Ottawa finally, they'll get a foul that's going to be called. And now they'll get a free kick to finally get to clear it out. But there's only 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Ottawa University fighting for this one. Just trying not to allow any more goals. Only 1 more minute left for Ottawa University here. And Raina Warner defending. Johnson defending now, and it's going to be booted out by Robson. Robson manages to get it up to an Ottawa University player. It was Acevedo, but ball gets picked right back up by Oklahoma Wesleyan, and then now Trapinski picks up the ball and makes a save. Ball was going to go out anyway, but she does pick it out, so she doesn't have to kick it out. Instead, she'll get to punt it. So Trapinski punts it out to midfield. Ball will fall to Raina Warner. Warner sends it to Johnson. Johnson sends it back up the field. 15 seconds left. And the countdown started. Just Raina Warner. And they'll let the time go out. So this will do it for Ottawa University's women's soccer team. They will fall to Kansas Wesleyan 8-0. Frustrating loss for Ottawa University here at home. So now Ottawa University falls to 5-9-2, and now Oklahoma Wesleyan improves to 16-2 and 12-0 in conference play. We'll be right back here to wrap things up. You're listening to Ottawa University Soccer on KOFO.com.
That benefits everyone. That's why we're proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, providing compassionate care when you need it most. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
132 conference championships, 146 NAIA scholar teams, 43 NAIA national tournament appearances, and 237 All-Americans. Ottawa University has a long and rich tradition of Braves athletes that continue to compete at the highest level of competition, utilizing state-of-the-art facilities, accomplished coaches, and a spirit that only comes from wearing the black and gold. Push yourself to limits you never imagined as a student athlete at Ottawa University. Visit ottawa.edu/OUKS.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Back here at Advent Health Field at Ottawa University, and the Braves women's soccer team here falls to Oklahoma Wesleyan University 8-0 in a match that really was just dominated by Oklahoma Wesleyan University for the most part. There was definitely some good defensive efforts, especially in the second half, as there was only 2 goals allowed. in the second half by Ottawa, but there were 6 in the first. But in the second half, Ottawa University, one of those goals that they allowed was a penalty kick, so really not much there as far as to be frustrated about. So Ottawa University definitely playing a better second half. So now we kind of look to, as Ottawa University will head in with their next game to go up against Kansas Wesleyan University. But to look at the final whistle, it's 8-0 Oklahoma Wesleyan. So thank you for listening. We thank you, Tommy, taking care of us back at the station, and also want to say so long from Advent Health Field. You're listening to Ottawa Women's Soccer on KOFO.com.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves Soccer on KOFO. Brought to you by Kansas State Bank, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Kramer Pharmacy, Quality Structures, and by Harvest Bank, the Ottawa Herald, Advent Health Ottawa, and Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home. OU Brave Soccer on KOFO is also brought to you by Ottawa University, CarStar, Sutton's Jewelry, and Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. For more information about our next Ottawa University Braves sports broadcast, visit the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen Monday through Saturday for the KOFO sports calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.